I don't know what happened with yesterday's episode, but I am so royally disappointed. Something happened in the editing room. So I made a beautiful cold opening that was so elegant and was all about the hero's journey. And it's what made the thumbnail make sense, and it's what made the joke make sense. And without that, so much of yesterday's episode did not make sense. And well, you can tell it didn't make sense because it only got like ten views. So that makes sense. Uh, Hopefully today's is a little bit better. What is up, side hustlers, entrepreneurs, business builders, and dream makers? Welcome to the Study Side Hustle Podcast, episode 93. It is great to be back in your earbuds once again. Today, I would like to talk to you about a coaching call that I just gave. So that being said, let's get into it. Somewhere on the rhythm of once a month or once a quarter, somewhere in that range, I drop a post on Facebook and I say, hey, I'm going to offer X number of free one-on-one coaching calls. These are not sales calls, they are earnest 1-hour coaching calls, just like I would give to my one-on-one coaching clients for anybody who wants my help growing their business. And what usually happens is I get like 5 or 6 people who take me up on that, and I build relationships. And so I want to talk to you about one of the calls that I had that was based off of that kind of a post. The reason I'm sharing this call with you is because there are 2 truths about it that I think are absolutely transferable to your business that are going to help you no matter what your business is. Truth number 1 is the truth of focus. FOCUS, focus. It's an acronym and it stands for follow one course until success. So let me tell you about this gentleman. He's actually someone who I guess has been in my ecosystem for years because him and I actually joined the same group coaching program quite a while back. And it was fascinating to be able to connect with him again. And he's actually doing very well for himself. He's much further along than most people who I get on these kind of calls with. He has, let me count. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses that he's running. He has 5 businesses that he's running. And the most profitable business is pulling in about $15,000 a month in profit. So you look at this, you say, this guy's doing great, right? Well, here's the deal. His other businesses are bringing in $1,000 to $2,000 a month, no revenue, $300, and losing $10,000 a month. Those are his business stack. And so I gave him the advice that he already knew and that I've been giving you guys so often. And that is simply, you do not diversify to become a millionaire. People hear all the time that, the average millionaire has 7 income streams. Well, you don't become a millionaire by having 7 income streams. You maintain your millions by having multiple income streams. The way you get there is by having a singular focus. Because what I've seen over and over again with literally everybody I know who's gone down this journey and done it successfully, when you start running multiple businesses, all of these secondary businesses will not pass the first one. In fact, they tend to never get to the same revenue as the first one, but because they split your focus, that one starts performing worse. And you end up at this equilibrium point where now you have more things going on. You're less focused, you're more stressed, you're more confused about how to spend your time, and you might even actually be making less money. The correction is to follow one course until success, make $1 million company, which clearly this individual has the ability to do because he's already done so much better than most ever will. You make $1 million company, and then you hire out a team so that that company no longer takes your time, and then you build something else while that income is maintained. That's the strategy. So what he needed to do, and he knew this, he just needed someone to tell him it, was drop everything else and focus on one thing. And the strategy that we came up with was effectively treat the cash cow as a day job, burn the other things, and then focus on the one thing that you really want to do. And that's how we kind of navigated it. It made sense in his scenario. I can't give you more information than that on the details here just because I didn't get his permission to share. So I'm going to be pretty sensitive and protective of this information. But the second reason I wanted to share it with you is because it proved one of my points that I'm constantly preaching about. And it's the idea of give as much in value as you possibly can. Do not simply give something that's so valuable you could charge. Give something that's so valuable your competitors do charge, right? And one thing that I posted last night that I earnestly believe in is this idea that the more that you can give prior to asking for financial compensation, the greater your financial compensation will be when you make the ask. And so let me just give, this was a really cool thing. I offered him this free coaching call. We got on and we spent an hour together. And one of his businesses is a software company with a software that I liked the sound of that has a $500 a month plan. And after the end of the call, I didn't bring it up. I just was asking him questions and filling a map for him. But at the end of the call, he goes, hey, let me get your email. I'm going to give you an account for free. And he gave me an account to the highest tier plan. So he valued my hour at $500, but it's a monthly subscription model, right? It's a SaaS company. So that's $500 this month, $1,000 next month. It's, what is that? That's $6,000 a year. He gave me an incredible evaluation on what he thought my time was worth and how much he appreciated my time. And because I didn't ask for compensation, I ended up getting compensated probably in a technical sense. I mean, obviously no money changed hand, but in a technical sense, that was probably greater compensation than I've ever gotten for my time before. And that's where I just say, give lavishly, give like it's going out of style, give as much as you possibly can, because you have no idea how it's going to come back to you. It's the framework of the go-giver. The first law of stratospheric success is you give more in value than you ask for in price. Give, 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 give. And the last law of stratospheric success is be willing to receive when it comes back around. You get those two things right and you get the other three right, that'd be good for you too. And you'd be surprised at just how successful your business can be, not necessarily in the next year, because we usually grossly overestimate what we can do in a year, but you'll be blown away by where you can be in 5 years if you start following these simple principles of give value until they ask to pay. That's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Be back in your earbuds once again as soon as I possibly can be. God bless.